Alright, so I come back to y'all talking about this 5-month-old baby that was stolen. So, in my first video right here, or one before this, and talked to y'all about how she said that they were trafficked. That Diddy trafficked them across the United States. Alright, now, here, I'm going to be reading off of this little page right here. Alright, the lawyer talking to her, the worthless trash daughter. It says, I am asking you specifically what happened to you, your own personal observation of what you can recall. Okay, daughter talking. It says, well, we were in an 18-wheeler. What did you mean when you said you were trafficked? Okay, that's the lawyer asking her. All right, this is her definition of trafficking. Okay, what it is the fact that she knows she's caught now. Diddy didn't traffic them across the United States. So now she's trying to buy her way out of it and act dumb. Okay, this is how stupid she wants people to think she is. This girl's very bright. She's very smart, very intelligent. So she's trying to act stupid here because she knows that lying on an affidavit is perjury. And it faces jail time. Okay. So and then she says what people told her. Okay. This is what people told her. She says it. So the lawyer asks her, what do you mean when you said you were trafficked? The daughter says, we were crossed over state lines for years where beating took place. Okay, we were crossed over state lines for years where the beating took place. Not the trafficking, not the sexual abuse, not the molestation, not the selling to other people, not the pornography, not the sexual misconduct by the daddy. Okay, she don't say that. She says, we were crossed over state lines for years where the beatings took place. Okay, the beatings. Okay, but the only thing Georgia found is that she had a couple little whelps on her back. They were pink. By the pictures, they were pink. All right. The son, he did have a little messed up face. But he even admitted that he ran into the landing gear so hard that it knocked himself out. Okay. And it says right here that, and my brother would disappear from the daddy. That means he's gone. Boo-boo, gone. Not around. He's gone. And would come back and tell us that he was molested by the daddy and other men. But here she said that he was disappeared from the daddy. But now he was molested by the daddy. Okay. So were you ever sexually abused? The lawyer asked the daughter this. Not by daddy that I can recall. But now, she stated in her affidavit that she was molested, trafficked, and sold. Right here. Right here she says it. Right here. Daddy trafficked 3 of his children. The only 3 that was on there was her brother, and her younger sister. Okay, that's the only 3 that was on the truck. But here she said that not by daddy. Okay. The lawyer didn't go back and say, well, by who? The lawyer didn't ask that because the lawyer's stupid too. She didn't say, well, you were molested by your daddy. Who were you molested by? Did your daddy sell you to these people or what? See, the lawyer didn't ask that. All right. She says, not by daddy that I can recall. She's 12 years old. I still remember things I did when I was 10 years old. Okay. And it says, daddy sold his son to several men during that time. I guess it was during the time that the brother would disappear from the daddy and would come back and tell us that the daddy molested him with other men. See, the whole picture is nothing but lies. If y'all followed me on this right here, y'all can tell that the majority of this is just lies. It's just something that the daughter said to beef up, make a daddy look bad. Like right here, like for another situation, it said that one of his children was born with the herpes and went unchecked until she was later in foster care. Okay, the reason that she was unchecked is because mom and daddy didn't know she had the herpes. And honestly, she didn't. This is another lie that this little sorry trash girl is telling to try to make daddy look bad. Okay, but even if she did have the herpes, okay, when the hospital delivered her, as most people know, they'll stick the needle into the what do you call it? The cord. My mind just went by the umbilical cord. Okay. So you can tell it's been a long time since I've had a baby. But the doctors, they draw blood out of the umbilical cord. Okay, that's the purest blood in the body. So if the doctors, when they run all these tests on the baby, they didn't find no herpes. If they did, then they refused to tell mom and daddy, which they should open up a lawsuit against the doctor that delivered them. But all through the pediatricians, all through the doctors that they did go to, nobody found these herpes. Okay? And now they're saying that this 5-month-old baby that they stole has herpes. My God, it seems like everybody around them gets the herpes. So this judge is falling right into the trap that the daughter is setting. And she says that Natalia is in immediate danger if she stays with her dad, as he is a repeated offender and a danger to children. You know, for somebody that has no proof of any type of abuse other than a couple little whelps on her back, these are strong words. Okay? But what's funny to me is that the daddy and the brother had a good conversation not long ago. And I played it for y'all, but hell, I'll play it again. You know what? We'll be a Luke Bryan. We'll play it again. So, this is what the brother said when the daddy and him had a conversation. Listen to this pretty closely.
I just want to be around you, that's all. Like, everybody been saying that you were a bad person, and I know you're really not now, since I was forced into saying something I was not fully close of knowing, but, I mean, hey, we make mistakes, and I will tell the judge if I have to again, hey, I was forced into saying this and stuff, because she was literally telling me what to say and stuff.
Okay. She knows that the brother, he is mentally unstable. I mean, his brain, he did have brain trauma for hitting that landing gear, so they tell me. His brain is unstable. He's very easily to manipulate to say whatever somebody would want him to say. Now, I've also got video that his wife, girlfriend, whatever she is, I think she's a sweet little girl myself, but she was telling me that the judge and the daughter, the judge was telling the daughter and what to say and what to put on the affidavit so that there'll be no paper trail, so nobody can find it and everything looks legit. But the daddies allowed me to have this paper, these documents, because I can spot little things. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I can spot little things. So whenever I spot them, I highlight them. And then I'm asking, you need to tell the judge this. You need to tell the lawyers this. You need to find out, what did the judge mean when she says this? Okay, her findings were that the daddy was extreme child abuse. Georgia didn't find no extreme child abuse. Georgia found little red whelps, or actually they were pink whelps. I keep calling it red, but they look pink on the photo. But kept saying that the daddy was bizarre. Okay, that word, where did that word even come from? Bizarre. That's like a sophisticated word that judge didn't even understand what it meant herself. But as we go on, now, the mom and daddy did have a lawyer there in Cave City, Arkansas. And he was a JAG lawyer. So obviously he was supposed to have been pretty good, but he turned out to be, my personal opinion, bought. So their lawyer said, Judge, I'm going to object to, we are here for the emergency to show there is some type of immediate danger for the minor child. Okay, the judge was so focused on what this daddy done back 13 years ago that her dummy jackass self forgot why that was even there. All right. So the lawyer said this is irrelevant. This has nothing to do with why we're here now. We're here now to find out if this minor child is in immediate danger. Judge overruled. I have looked at this affidavit and overruled. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead and talk about what happened 13 years ago. Not why this child right here is in immediate danger now. But we want to know what happened 13 years ago, something that this daddy's already paid his dues for. He's already paid his time for. He already done what the state of Georgia required him to do. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to try him again. Ain't that like double jeopardy? I'm not a lawyer, but I think that would be pretty much well double jeopardy. Why is she judging him on something that happened 13 years ago, something that don't even have nothing to do with this right here? When does the statute of limitations run out? For this judge right here, she's the God. Statute of limitations runs out when she says it runs out because she's a judge. She wears a black robe. Remember, Satan's color is black. Remember that. So even their lawyer says, he's going to object to this right here because this is not why we're here. We don't give a rat's crap what happened 13 years ago. People changes. And still, what happened 13 years ago, there were no lawful child abuse. There were no lawful sexual misconduct to a child ever reported. So why is this daughter all of a sudden, oh my God, my daddy's got a new wife and he's got a new baby. He's happy now. Oh my God, my life was miserable growing up. So I'm going to make his just as miserable as what mine was. So I'm going to fill out this affidavit even if I got to lie on it. Okay. Their lawyer said, Judge, I'm going to object to this as irrelevant. We are here for the emergency to show there is some type of immediate danger to this minor child. The court says, overruled. I have looked at this affidavit. Okay, the court's looked at the affidavit. The affidavit is what daughter has put on here. No evidence of it. But that judge don't give a damn about evidence. Okay, she don't give a rat's behind whether you have evidence or not. All right, this is what frustrates me the most. There's no evidence that the daddy done anything that daughter wrote on that affidavit. Matter of fact, the daughter even said that the stuff that's on the affidavit, daddy didn't do. Why is she not in jail now for perjury? I have no idea. Maybe because it took a big pocketbook to pay that judge off. Because that judge didn't even care about whether this baby is in immediate danger or not. She was too worried about what happened 13 years ago. 13 years ago, this baby was not even alive. Okay? The reason that they're in court today is because of this little 5-month-old baby that they claim is in such immediate danger. But because they couldn't find no danger, they have to jump to what happened 13 years ago. Because they can't find no reason to take this baby away from mom and daddy. Even a DHS in Sharp County come out and said, we don't see no reason to take this baby. We're not taking this baby. The DHS lady stripped the baby off butt naked. We can't find nothing wrong with it. There's no abuse to this baby. The house looks good. There's no immediate danger to the house. I posted the house already. If y'all look back at some of the videos that I made, I posted the house. All right? The house is not no immediate danger. Actually, I've posted pictures of the baby. Yeah, I've got pictures of the baby on my post. Look at that baby. That baby ain't no malnutrition or nothing like that. That baby was happy. That baby was giggling. That baby, and then the old boy, which was like a shriveled up prune, little pimple faced little wanna be somebody. Oh, she's scared of men. Every time she gets around men, she cries. That's because the daddy's abused her. There's videos of daddy and that baby together, and that baby just a giggling. I mean, literally giggling. There's pictures of that baby and the daddy together. That baby ain't crying when she was with her daddy. That baby crying because that judge and that daughter ripped her away from her mom and daddy and gave her to somebody that she did not know. Oh, her GI tract is bad. She's 5-month-old but got a 2-month-old brain. All this bull crap. But I've got the pediatrician's documents. I got them right down there in the box. She said the baby's fine. She said the baby's healthy, baby's alert, baby's active. There's no delay of brain or no delay of growth or nothing. But yet, you'd be surprised. Even these pediatricians, whenever you pay them enough money, they'll say whatever in the world you want them to say. Most likely, that's what happened up there in Tennessee, wherever they took this baby. You pay them a little bit of money, enough to just write something down on a piece of paper, they'll write down whatever you want them to write down. But, going on, this is what aggravates me the most. They stripped this baby out of the arms of the mom and daddy that did nothing but love this baby, took care of this baby, provided for this baby. Even the DHS wouldn't take this baby away from them. If DHS didn't find nothing, how'd that judge find something? Because she went back 13 years ago and tried to dig up dirt on that daddy. And that's what she did right here. The lawyer says, oh, I'm going to object to this right here because what happened 13 years ago is not irrelevant to what's happening now. We're not here to judge the daddy on what he done 13 years ago. We're here to find out if this baby is in immediate danger. Overruled. Overruled. I read the affidavit. She read what somebody wrote on a piece of dang paper. That's what she done. she read this right here and then she run with it. And yeah, I'm aggravated about it because she's a worthless pile of sewer is what she is. Now, according to her, I can file an affidavit on anybody out there. Anybody out there, I don't care who it is. My neighbor right here. I can file an affidavit about, oh, they sexually molested, they Tom Pete through my windows, they tried to rape my wife. Oh, she's got to take their child away from them. Don't matter whether they're guilty or whether they're not, she's got to take that child away from them. Okay? The judge reminds me of something that when you open up the top of your sewer tanks, just pick one out and call it Judge. Now, she's worthless. She has no evidence of anything that is on that affidavit. Now, I made a suggestion to the dad. Do a polygraph. You're innocent. You know you're innocent. Do a polygraph. Make her prove that you molested her. And when she said that Daddy's never molested her, but on the affidavit she said Daddy molested her. On the affidavit she said Daddy trafficked us across the United States, but then whenever she was asked about it, oh, that means he took us across the states. See, all this right here smells like a bunch of bull crap. That judge knows good and damn well that daddy ain't the monster that she's got him pinned up to be. Okay? She knows good and damn well that daddy ain't done what the daughter says that daddy done. And there's evidence to prove that daddy's never done it. Okay? Daddy has done nothing but been a hardworking man. He provided. You know, while he's out on that road, mama and them stayed at the house. Why didn't mama take him to the doctor? Why is all of these so-called abuse that they suffered at home and on the road, why ain't mama being held accountable for some of this? Educational neglect. Daddy's out working. Mama's at the house with him. But it falls back on daddy. Why is daddy being held accountable for it? Well, he's out working. He's out driving an 18-wheeler across this country. And I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but driving an 18-wheeler is not the easiest thing in the world. Because you get stupid people like this judge that likes to cut you off, give you brake tests, likes to throw things at your truck. Stupid people. That judge will fall right in with them. Now, I don't like that judge. I think she's worthless. And I think that the mom and daddy has filled out a complaint with the Supreme Courts on that judge, and has filed a complaint to the lawyer's bar on the lawyer, because that lawyer was all so dominant. We're gonna get that baby back. We're gonna get that baby back. Okay. Then all of a sudden he stopped asking questions. He stopped asking important questions. He asked simple questions. That judge didn't even give the mama the first option to take that baby, because she knew mama would get that baby. She's going back to her country with that baby. Okay? And mama is. When she gets that baby back, she's going back to her country. I already know that. She moved here expecting a better life, and she got the devil herself on her case. Didn't even give her the option to take the baby. So, oh, you got to divorce that man right there before you can have your baby back. Why do I need to divorce him? Because what you have on there is just something that somebody wrote. Okay. I could write on an affidavit that judge was taking little young boys back there in the back instead of sending them to prison. She was doing time for them and letting them do what they wanted to with her to keep them from going to prison. Does it mean it's true? No, don't mean it's true. Okay? I could write a statement up on her right now. You know, Oh, she's doing favors for these little young boys. They do this with her, and they get her these drugs, and they get her all this stuff, and they do this right here for her. She won't send them to prison. I mean, I could write that up. Does that mean it's true? No, it don't mean it's true. Not saying I'm going to, because I don't stoop that low. I don't stoop as low as what that judge does. So now, every time I pass a cow pasture or something like that, and I see that cow taking a dump, I tell my wife, I say, there comes that judge. Watch that judge follow that cow's butt. That's what she is. She's a worthless piece of So yeah, I'm going to end this right here. My wife got supper fixed. She's sitting here looking at me. So I gotta make her happy. So I will do another video after I eat. But as for now, I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to eat me a bite. And you can see her back there in the background. She's complaining about being hungry. But I guess that's what happens when you're carrying a baby. You stay hungry all the time, and yeah, I mean she finally got pregnant as much as she's wanted to be. She's finally got expecting a baby. So that little self-centered daughter may come after my baby. I wish. But yeah, I'll make another video after I get done eating. Y'all be careful out there.